Hello, my name is Tom, and you're sitting at the couples table.
I'm Heather.
And you're sitting at the couples table.
Yes. This is the weekly live stream podcast here on this YouTube channel. Join us for better or worse.
Sickness and in health.
For richer or poorer.
As long as we both shall live. We practice that intro every week and get it wrong almost every week.
You completely messed up at the beginning and through the whole
thing. I start the stream and then I play the music and then I unmute the mics and then I fade the music out. That's a lot of... It's just playing the drums.
All he has to do is say, "Hi, I'm Tom." That's all he has to say.
It's really hard. And go to my website, himynameistom.com. That is literally my website.
Anyway, welcome to the 13th. Could you believe it? Are we really 13 already?
Yeah.
That's the 13th episode of the Couples Table live stream podcast. How exciting.
It is exciting. And last week we dove into a discussion. And the week before that, we played some games in celebration of our having finished 10 weeks. This week, we're not really playing a game. It's sort of a hybrid. We're doing questions and discussing, but I have no idea what we're going to be talking about.
Yes. And actually, it was a client who gave me this idea for today's live stream because she said that there was this psychology study, which I will link, or I have linked in the chat and in the description underneath this video, where the team tested these 36 questions that led to basically groups of, or pairs of people that I think were strangers. They felt close by the end of the questioning, to the point where the closeness that they felt matched some of the people that they felt closest with in person. So there's something about these 36 questions that like really increase closeness between people. And I just wanted to go through those questions with Tom. I know we're like super close already, but I thought it'd be cool if we just like showed you guys what those questions were. And if you, I don't know, want to develop closeness with someone in your life, you can go ahead and do these things. The thing with this activity is that here, building close relationships. Oh, here, I can share my screen.
Yeah,
let me do that. How do I do this? Share screen. Boom, boom, boom. Application window. Yes. We're going to share.
This is like being in a Zoom meeting.
We're allowed to share this. Okay. So
okay. Look at that.
How's this?
Wow,
okay.
This is cool. Sorry. Oh, but before we jump into that, I do just want to point out, Aaron says hi.
Hi.
He's been able to make it for the past
Ron.
couple weeks because he's been so busy with a completely insane project. And then also Paul Burke says, hi guys, enjoy your shows. Well,
Paul, is your hair pink purple? Or is that just like your background? Or is that even your hair? Your picture cool.
It looks like purple hair.
Okay, so check this out. Why you should try this. It's 36 questions for increasing closeness. To feel more connected, skip the small talk and ask these questions instead. Building close relationships in adulthood can be challenging. Many social situations call for polite small talk, not heart-to-heart conversations, making it difficult to really connect deeply with people. One way to overcome these barriers to closeness is by engaging in reciprocal self-disclosure. That is, to reveal increasingly personal information about yourself to another person as they do the same to you. Research suggests that spending just 45 minutes engaging in self-disclosure with a stranger can dramatically increase feelings of closeness between you. In some cases, these feelings of closeness persist over time and form the basis of a new relationship.
I like it. And speaking of questions that create new relationships, Paul does have purple hair.
Ooh.
See? Now we're a little closer.
I dig it. All right. So there's more evidence and like, you know, the study is linked here and stuff. You want to see why it works. But I haven't scrolled through the questions because I wanted Tom and I to both have a fresh look to the questions. The way that you're supposed to do it, I'll read the instructions. So it's 45 minutes for this whole thing. Identify someone you'd like to become closer. It could be someone you know well or someone you're just getting to know. Although this exercise has a reputation for making people fall in love, it is actually useful for anyone you want to feel close to, including family members, friends, and acquaintances. Obviously, we make sure you guys are comfortable with sharing personal thoughts. Blah, blah, blah.
What is your social security number?
Find a time when you and your partner have at least 45 minutes free and are able to meet in person. That we have right now. For 15 minutes, take turns asking one another the questions in set one below. Each person should answer each question, but in alternating order so that a different person goes first each time. Okay. And then after 15 minutes, move on to set 2, even if you haven't finished set 1.
So we've got our timer.
Yes. And then spend 15 minutes on set 2 following the same system. After 15 minutes on set 2, go to set 3. Each set of questions is designed to be more probing than the previous one.
Yikes.
The 15-minute period ensures that you spend an equivalent amount of time at each level of self-disclosure.
Okay.
So
do we want to leave up your
jump
screen
in,
share? I think we can switch it so we're like bigger or
well, it's like say hi and like before we jump in.
Okie dokie.
Yeah.
Well, Ron's here. His video project, which he's been working on for weeks,
I know.
delivers tomorrow. Says we're helping de-stress while the Mac does a massive export of the file. It's failed 3 times already this evening. No, I didn't. It wasn't a verb. It was like a thing in my throat.
Here, you can hide the question.
Promise it wasn't a burp.
How do you go to this?
There we go. Yeah. Although I did just eat a lunch right before this. Derek Snyder also says, hi, how are you guys doing? I'm doing well. I don't want to speak for you.
Oh, I'm having the best day ever. I forgot for a second.
Hope you're doing well too, Derek.
Yes.
And to Steve Sarah, he says, hi, everyone.
To Steve, good morning.
Yeah, good early morning. Welcome to your day. So,
okay, like I said, we are going to ask each other these questions. Because we're on a timer, we'll peek at the comments, but then we're trying to keep an eye on time. But also, I think what we should do is ask each other the questions, and then before we switch the next set, we'll see what your guys' answers
Yeah, so feel free to throw your responses and stuff.
I really have no idea. I don't even know what these questions are. I have no idea. I don't know if it's we'll what's your favorite color, or who knows? Tell me about a time.
If it's something where you're supposed to do with a stranger, it can't be
it can't be too
tawdry.
Oh my god, what does that even mean?
And then I do just want to point out, Paul has said I always forget when I'm having the best days ever too. And Faith T's here says, sorry to barge in a lot, taking a break from work. Good. We got the whole crew here today, which is perfect.
Awesome.
So let's ready to hit the timer.
All right.
And so our first 15 minutes for set 1 begins now.
Oh, you got to put it over there, Reb.
Put what time where?
The questions.
Oh. Boop.
I'll make it bigger.
Boop.
There we go. Okay, here we go. Set 1. Should we do one question at a time?
Yeah, let's do one question at a time.
Okay. Hide this. So like this. All right, so I'll go first. Given the choice of anyone in the world, whom would you want as a dinner guest? Oh my gosh. So I'll ask the question, you answer.
Is that how it's supposed to be?
Yeah, and then we alternate.
Okay, sure. Given the choice of, and this is a living person?
I think you're just answer what
Well, I'm gonna go with, because you asked me this question.
Well, it says the choice of anyone in the world.
Okay, so I'll say a living person.
World, yeah.
The name. Oh, I'm gonna say Conan O'Brien.
Okay, that's cool.
Because super smart, also super funny, and super formative on my own personal sense of humor as well. So I the initial thing that popped in my head was actually Obama, just because I want to hear a smart person talk. But then I was like, yes, but Conan. And I really,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Oh man,
sorry,
I have
Obama.
So many people.
Yeah, of course. Everybody in the chat right now.
I think I'm gonna go with, oh my god.
Just get the first one.
Okay. Cece.
Oh, okay.
I was gonna say Casey.
But no, instead of Casey, it's Cece?
So obviously Casey is Casey Neistat, but I felt like dinner probably wouldn't be the activity. I feel like we should go and make a vlog or something.
Right.
But Cece Clark is I don't know, influencer I've been following forever, and she just makes me happy. I watch her content every day, even though she's a makeup beauty person, but I don't know, she just makes me happy.
There we go. Okay, so question number 2, I read and you answer.
Yes.
Would you like to be famous? And if so, in what way?
Yes, I would like to be famous for helping people share their stories on YouTube.
And spark their potential.
Yes.
Okay. I don't know. I don't know. I would not mind gaining notoriety for doing something positive in terms of, I mean, like the thing I do is teach people video and audio production because that's the stuff I'm super interested in. So gaining some kind of notoriety for doing that would be a good thing. Fame is like a weird.
I know you hate that word. You would never say that you want to be famous.
Yeah, because that's a weird, like, does that mean like signing autographs and driving fancy cars, or does it mean being known for something? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
On a big scale.
Right.
Okay. Here we go. Before making a telephone call,
Mm-hmm.
do you rehearse what you are going to say? Why?
Absolutely, I do. Because I get super nervous on phone calls, and most of the time I just don't make them because they make me very nervous. And oh Lord, if I have to leave a voicemail, it's such an experience. I don't know. I just get really nervous on the phone, and I get nervous on the phone.
Yes, I'm the same way. Definitely rehearse what I'm going to say. And I think this study was done in 1997. So
okay,
we're 20 years old here on this this little quiz here. I think phone calls. I don't talk on the phone except for like one person, which is my brother, and then everyone else, like, please email me or text me.
Well, what's funny though is I do remember in 1997 and like around that time, I remember like calling my friends after school.
What grade is that? That's
like middle school. Yeah.
Grade.
I remember just being on the phone with them for like hours, like while we're just playing video games or doing whatever, and it's literally not about anything, just hours on end on the phone.
Hanging out.
Yeah, and now that sounds like a
insane
nightmare, just total nightmare.
Okay.
I read the next one. Right? Yeah. What would constitute a perfect day for you?
Oh, a perfect day would be spending time with my handsome husband and our 2 dogs at home, and probably watching some anime and playing some video games, and eating a pie.
We have had a lot of perfect days.
I know.
That's kind of my example too. Because fortunate, like our dogs are barking because there's a truck driving by, but we have a lot of kind of perfect days. It's basically the same thing as mine. It's like being in control of your time for the whole day.
Yeah.
Not having to wake up at a certain time, having to be anywhere, just sort of doing what you want to do, enjoying it, spending time together, and just like good entertainment, good fun, good food.
Yeah.
It's like a perfect day.
That's perfect.
Maybe going somewhere,
exploring.
Yeah. We're very sorry about the dog. He's just telling us about his perfect day.
Okay, wait, who
I think you
asked?
No, yeah, I asked that one, so you asked the next one.
When did you last sing to yourself, to someone else?
Oh, okay. Last sing to myself. Maybe
on the way home?
Wait, does it count like all the weird random like songs about our dogs that I just mumble all day long?
So I don't know if you guys are noticing a trend here. Tom always has a follow-up question to the question. He has to analyze, like, what angle are you coming at this from?
Well, because I walk around the kitchen just going like, penny, 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 but that's not like singing. I think the last time I sang was probably like 2 weeks ago in the car, because I've been mostly listening to podcasts. And to somebody else at some time that you probably like 2 years ago, you convinced me to sing something or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was playing the guitar.
I don't sing to people where people can hear.
I don't know. The same thing. I think I may have sung in the shower at some point this week.
Yeah. You're more open though with singing.
Yeah, I just like sing in the house. I'm terrible, but like, I'll sing to the dog.
When Heather this is how I know something's wrong. Half the time that I ask her, like, is something wrong? Is everything okay? Which annoys the bejesus out of her. It's because she's being quiet, because when everything's okay, she makes noise a lot. There's always singing and talking and moving and this and that. And then when there's none of that, I'm like, ooh, it's too quiet.
I know. It's written all over my face. To someone else, probably when I did a rap.
Oh yeah, you're at one of your friends' weddings last November.
Yes, I was bridesmaid in my best friend's wedding, Shirley, and all the bridesmaids got together and did like a musical rendition, and we did covers to songs, but we changed the lyrics to make it about her. And I did Katy Perry last Friday night because that was like one of our anthems in our younger days in our 20s. And it was super fun. And I had to like sing it in front of the entire
And you did great.
wedding.
Brought the house down.
Yeah, I was so proud.
Yeah.
Well, you know who helped me with those lyrics? Because I can't rhyme. I'm not good at the word. He's the wordsmith, so definitely helped out.
That's me.
All right, is it your turn?
Yes, I asked the question. If you were able to live to the age of 90 and retain either the mind or body of a 30-year-old for the last 60 years of your life, which would you want?
If you were able
so
to
you're
live...
either you're gonna live to 150.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
You're able to live to the age of 90.
Wait, I thought you get to 90 and now you okay, anyway.
So you turn 30 and then for the next 60 years you stay mind or body of the 30-year-old.
That's a little tricky.
That's hard. That's a hard one, man. Wait, who's asking who?
I think I'm asking you, so you have to answer.
Oh. And the other one just ages?
I guess would just age normally.
The other one ages normally. I want to say mind.
Why mind?
Because I feel like you can do more preventative and like remaining active to keep the body of a 30-year-old. Because it's not like I'm trying to have a six-pack. I just want to be able to walk, so.
Interesting. I'm the opposite.
Really?
I think I would prefer to have the body because your physical health is so important.
Yeah, but I mean, there are literally 80-year-olds that are fine. Like they're walking around fine.
I know, but I feel like growing and like gaining the experience, gaining the wisdom that would come with age is very valuable, and being able to put that into a youthful body that you don't have to fight with. Because I feel like I've seen so many elderly people that it's not that their mind is like trapped in their body. They have it's almost like a Stephen Hawking situation. Like they have a brilliant mind, but their body's not working, and that stops them from doing what they want to do. And so it's like Benjamin Button. You have like experience, but you're like at a good physical point.
All right. My turn. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die? Check the time. Do you have a secret hunch about how you will die?
You're asking me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's gonna be some kind of cancer.
You think?
It's just I don't. It's 2020. It's unless there's a crazy accident, isn't that what it is?
I guess, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, unless there's just a weird accident.
No, we're gonna notebook it.
Yeah, just gonna notebook it. If one of us gets sick, the other just lays down on the bed, and you both go at the same time, regardless
peacefully
of existing conditions. Yeah, because you just do it that way.
Oh man, do I have a secret hunch about how I have no idea. I just I mean, I guess cancer, right? I don't know.
I always had a weird thought, which is, what if you could see like just a regular photo, not like a photo of you dying, but like a normal looking, almost like a driver's license photo of you in like the year that you died or the month that you died. And it would be interesting because you'd be like, okay, well, I'm old in the photo or I'm young in the photo, but there's weird things where I'm like, oh, I'm wearing, like, I don't have that shirt. And then suddenly like Christmas happens and someone gives you like that shirt.
Oh
and you're like,
God, this
now
is like
I have the shirt.
Of a movie.
Like all the pieces come together. You know?
Oh goodness. Okay. Well, so I don't have a secret hunch. That's the answer.
I think I have to. Oh.
Is it mine? Who's asking?
I think I'm asking.
Okay.
Name 3 things you and your partner appear to have in common.
Appear. Oh, so I go first.
Yeah.
Okay. We both love YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
We both love dogs. Mm-hmm. This is so obvious.
I was gonna say dogs too.
Let me try to think of something different. Let's see. We both like Ralph Waldo Emerson.
There we go. That's a good one. I would say have in common. We both like to put creative spins on things. So if you're given a prompt or an assignment, you're just going to do it the way. You're going to like find a different way to do it. I appreciate that very much. We both are very keen on the idea of being in charge of how you live your life and like not necessarily having to stay the standard course. And we both really, really get excited about good food that like our favorite foods.
Okay, we have 2 more minutes and then we are going to check in with the comments and see what you guys had to say. For what in your life do you feel most grateful?
For my life, like just the existence I get to have with you, with our dogs, with our home, with the stuff we get to do. Just everything is, I know that I'm in the top like 0.001%, and I try to be appreciative of that.
Aww. Aww. Okay, I know this is so cheesy, but that's literally my same answer.
I mean, like, it's a good thing we're married.
I'm just grateful for, I mean, I have nothing to complain about. But I also think it's an attitude thing, because I'm sure I could find plenty to
Oh, yeah. Trust me, I got complaints, but...
Okay.
Oh, I asked, yeah. If you could change anything about the way you were raised, what would it be?
Oh, where do I start? Where to start? Oh my God. Wow. Oh my God. Okay. What would I start with? I feel so bad because I feel like this is just knocking on my how my parents raised me. But the biggest, let's try to describe it. My parents spent a lot of time, energy, and effort trying to make me fit this perfect image of a child rather than have me see what I come up with and grow into and see what I become. And I think for everyone's freaking sake, it would have just been so much better for me to just like blossom and like see, it's like, and instead of like, oh, every Asian kid has to learn how to play the piano. It's like, well, what musical instrument do you want to learn, Heather? Or do you even want to learn a musical instrument, And like, why don't we try all of them and then see what sticks versus like, I'm picking piano because that's the one that everyone goes with. And I wish I had more like, instead of just like, this is how it should be because that's just the way it is. I wish it were more experimenting and like creative and there's no right or wrong. There's just, let's see. I can go on and on about that one. Sorry.
That's a good one.
Okay, go.
Okay, so even though the timer went, I'll go.
No, you have to finish your answer. Yeah.
Okay, I would say a couple of weeks back, we did an episode where we were telling stories and I was talking about like the bullies and stuff. This isn't like necessarily how I was raised, but it kind of is. Around the 2nd grade, I got really concerned with like other people liking me. And
isn't that everybody?
No, but I mean like to a very detrimental place of like anxiety and that kind of stuff. And if there was some way to like have just known or be told that like, not just be told like it doesn't matter because of course everybody's gonna say that, but to like somehow really understand that it doesn't matter, or to even be told like those people kind of suck. Like I know they're like 8-year-old kids or whatever, but they suck. Like you just don't need to deal with them like that. I think that would have, because it was like that time, like 8 years old to in my 20s before kind of getting out of that, beyond that. And sure, I guess that's part of the journey that helped me become who I am, but not having to do that or discovering that 20 years earlier, I would have appreciated that.
Yeah, you're like, I would have rather not.
Yeah, some journeys you don't need to go on.
All right, let's check in with the comments.
Okie doke. So check this out. We can pop us back up here.
Boom.
Okay. Ooh, oh my God.
Ooh, okay. We are into
we're gonna do a little bit of skimming here.
Yeah, let's skim.
First of all, Ron said he hopes it's relaxing. The question's better not starting fights. Again, because they're for strangers, I think they're pretty I think they're designed in a good way. Ron also said the person he would eat dinner with is the person who came with Ted Lasso. I haven't watched Ted Lasso yet, but because people like you are recommending it, I feel like I would need to watch it. Plus, I really love Jason Sudeikis. Just you said Peter McKinnon. You could have coffee together. And Steve also said he wanted to be famous for leaving a footprint on the earth. Oh,
like,
you have
literally?
No. Let's see here. Do you want to pull up some?
Oh no, go ahead.
Ron also said I do the opposite on the phone. I just call people before I'm sure of what I'm going to say and then wing it. That's the better way to do it, though, for sure. Let's see here. Faith T said a perfect day is laughing a lot with someone.
Oh,
yes,
cute.
With someone you really care about. You said I once didn't sleep for 60 hours. A result of that was my research paper got published.
Wow.
I mean,
that's awesome.
That works. Let's see here.
Wow, Ron's a freaking singer. Did you see this one?
Oh, Paul just said, like, is that how the Notebook ends? Well, just save me $4. Look, the movie's like 16 years old, so if you haven't seen it by now.
Yeah. It's still good. I thought it was still good.
Yeah, it's
just
fine.
having on in the background.
Yeah.
Ron's a singer. Used to be fronted bands for many years. How cool. I want to see that. I wish I had the vocals to do something like that.
I also like his answer for how I'll die. I'm almost certain I'll have a stroke. I shouldn't laugh because my grandfather had one. My dad had one. I don't take care of myself. I'm Strokesville, USA. You're not in the USA, right? It was just the wording of that got to me. Having a dad who passed away last month from cancer that's potentially genetically inherited, you know. What an interesting stream that was.
Sorry,
I slid my finger on the mouse and we left, and now we're back. It's okay.
Let's see.
I love this one.
Seems good.
Oh, sorry.
Let me see this. I am most grateful for realizing how dynamic and wonderful human imagination can be. That's wonderful.
That's a quotable answer.
Okay, go ahead.
I was just going to do Faith T. I'm grateful for Vaporwave. I met a lot of my close friends through it and helped me get out of a terrible creative slump. Yeah.
What's a Vaporwave? Is that like a vape?
No, it's like a style, like a music style and like a aesthetic style. It's like that. It's like that 80s-ish kind of neon-y, retro-y. Cool. Yeah, it's really like.
Wait, I need to look. I want to look it up.
Oh yeah, I like it. It's really.
Vaporwave.
I don't want to accidentally leave.
Oh, okay.
The chat.
Okay, I see you.
And Ron also said, realizing I had no place for a deity in my life made me much more conscious of my own value and agency. I get it. I mean, that's also why I prefer Rode microphones, because I have no room for a deity.
Oh, here's another one, Ron.
You'll get it.
How I was raised. Well, I kind of wish I wasn't raised in a fundamentalist Christian household with parents who seem to find no joy in the religion, just judgment and guilt.
I was raised every Catholic. Yeah. There's guilt is just part of it. Like, and then the thing where if something good happens, you're like, ooh, I got it coming now. I'm too happy. It's like a show when all the characters are happy and celebrating. You're like, yeah, they're all gonna die. That's Catholicism.
Let's see.
I think we're almost caught up.
Okay, I think
we
we're
just
caught
went
up.
Backstage there.
Okay.
If you're listening and not watching, when we left the studio, it just did like a screenception thing for the live stream with Heather's computer screen.
This is cool because all you guys are answering the questions. So hopefully everyone in the chat feels closer to each other.
This is how you build a community. It's all part of the brand.
All right, so let's go to set 2 of these questions.
Oh, there we go.
And then we have another 15 minutes. Okay. So here we go. It's supposed to be more probing than the last set.
Yikes.
I have no idea. All right, here we go. I'll go first. If a crystal ball could tell you the truth about yourself, your life, the future, or anything else, what would you want to know?
Ooh. I would be curious to know how my image of myself matches up with the average perception of me.
Wow, are you kidding? That's amazing. That's like insane.
Well, I don't want to know how am I gonna die?
The lottery numbers.
I was trying, I don't want to know. There's things I don't want to know, about the future and stuff like that. But I'm very curious. You feel certain ways about yourself, and then if you could see yourself from an outsider's perspective, like how much of it aligns, how much of it doesn't align, like how much of your weaknesses are strengths or the other way around. I'm very curious about that.
Interesting.
What about you?
I would straight up do. Can I do just lottery numbers?
You can do whatever you want. That's fine. I mean, winning the lottery didn't turn out so great last time.
Yeah, but I know what to do this time. I know what to do this time.
It's like a time travel anime.
I have learned. Yes.
All right. I'll ask the next one, number 14. Is there something that you've dreamed of doing for a long time but haven't done? So why haven't you done it?
That's a good question. Let's see. I want to say off the top of my head is to get a personal trainer.
Why haven't you done that?
Well, the gyms are closed now.
And it's expensive.
Yeah, and it's expensive.
I don't have anything that's popping up. Like,
I know, because that's the thing. Like, on instinct, both of us are doing everything we want to be doing, which is great. But there's got to be something. I know there's something.
I mean, there's a part.
Play the karimba.
The karimba is in the mail. You best believe it. Dreamed of getting a new theremin because mine is broken, but I haven't done it for no reason.
Yeah,
because it's only $300. But there we go.
That's a hard one. You're asking.
Oh, what is no, I asked the last one. I just asked
what is the greatest accomplishment of your life, Tom?
Marrying you.
Really?
I mean,
I'm just kidding.
I will say yes, as corny as that sounds, because
of everything
that couldn't have happened unless a bunch of other things have happened.
Yeah.
So it's almost like getting the bachelor's degree. You can't do it unless or the master or the PhD or whatever. Like, you can't do it until you've done all the other things to get to that point.
Yeah.
And that's kind of how I feel about that.
Yeah. I think I would agree. I would say the same thing. And I think it's because, like, it is kind of the milestone life event that makes me the happiest, and it couldn't have happened if not for all the many accomplishments to get to that point. All right,
number 16, what do you value most in a friendship?
I value being able, I know this is so cheesy, but like being able to just be myself. Like, I don't have to feel like I have to try to impress, or there's no pressure of like, I need to, like, I don't know, dress a certain way or do a certain thing or be excited about a certain thing. Like, someone that literally we just pick up where we left off, and I could be like rolled out of bed and it's totally fine. And that's exactly how we prefer it, actually. That's what I really value. And I think that comes with time, just the longer the friendship is. I
value, like, it's that thing where it just is easy to like communicate, to joke with. Like, there's certain people that you meet where you're just not on the same wavelength. It's not even that you disagree, but it's like they'll ask you, like, what do you do? Like, oh, I'm a teacher, and I like, okay, sometimes people say, what do you do? And I say, I'm a teacher. What do you teach? Oh, I teach digital media. And they're like, oh, that must be hard. High school kids are really, really tough. And it's like, oh, like, this is a really fun subject. No, high school kids are terrible. I can never do it. What is, like, you do YouTube? Why would you do like, or it's just, or it's, I got this camera right here. Why does your camera need a lens on it? It's just, nothing is connecting. Whereas then you meet someone else and it's like, like, I do YouTube. Like, oh, like, what's your channel
cool.
about? What's this?
Yeah, I have a podcast.
Yeah, I've been thinking about doing it. Like, have you heard of this thing, like the Roadcaster? Like, you just immediately just sort of like, it's like speaking the same language.
Yeah.
And it's not that there's like anything wrong with the other person, but you're just not speaking that same language. And when you meet somebody that does that, and you can have like the same humor points and things, it's like magical. Yeah. And that's when you can like build a friendship there.
Yeah. I forgot who's asking.
You're asking that.
Okay. What is your most treasured memory?
I have so many. I don't know. The one that just immediately popped into my head is when you and it was like one of the times when we were just walking our dogs, Ben and Ollie. And I know Finley's right there. I'm sorry, Finley. It's not that you're not a treasured memory, but there was just a time, like, I just remember it was one of those times we were walking the dogs and it was just like, pause. Like, I just want to pause this moment right here. And it's just a random, I don't know, like, day.
I was going to say our wedding day. But it's because it was so bizarre, dude. Like, literally, we're at the freaking movie theater. My
There's
wedding
a global
dress.
pandemic.
Yeah, my wedding dress is $30 dress from Amazon.
The rings are 3D printed.
The flowers are from the backyard, picked by Tom.
The news showed up and got kicked out.
It just was such a freaking.
And then a parade happened.
Wild, completely wild day that.
So
we could never have made.
It's so good.
It was completely beyond our control, and it's what I mean. That's the thing with Tom and I is like everything for some reason is just such a crazy story. The way that we met, the way that we tried not to try not to fall in love, and then we fell in love. And
well, a lot of it I think has to do with what Ron said earlier about the phone, where he's like, I just hop on and wing it. Like the more that you kind of just do that, like, oh, let's just go for it. Like that's when those things happen.
Right. Because you leave room for spontaneity.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Oh,
do I ask this one? What's your most terrible memory?
Let's see. I mean, I want to say the one that stands out is like I got a bomb sent to my house, and I've told the story kind of many times throughout this YouTube channel. But yeah, there's a bomb, like literally UPS. It sounds like it's a movie plot, but dropped the bomb off at our house, and it was the package was a toolbox, and we were getting our house worked on. Like my parents were expanding the house. We were adding another room, and so there were construction people there, like contractors doing work. And because my dad already had his like prized toolbox since forever, I think like his dad gave it to him. He gave the toolbox to the contractors, who decided to open it on their lunch break in the backyard. And like when they opened it, it exploded. Thankfully, everyone lived to tell the tale. But when this happened, I was at school, and like I just knew that my parents were late picking me up. Cell phones were not like a thing, or I don't know. I guess they weren't a thing. I'm sure I would have known. But the scary part was when I got back home, all these cars were outside of our gated community because no one can go in or out. And like there was a helicopter flying above, and just knowing that all of that attention was because of my house was terrifying. And just like I just wanted to make sure my family was okay. And it was just it was like the most surreal thing. Like there was all this caution tape and bomb squad and police cars, and like all of that was for me and my family. And it was very
that's
scary.
Such a crazy
it's so story. Weird. It's like feels like that's like a movie thing, but it like literally happened to me.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, that was long.
No, that is a.
I'm curious about yours.
I mean, the one that pops in my head is Ollie, our dog Ollie, which like I know my dad just passed away a month ago, but the difference between it doesn't make it easier. But he had been sick for a long time, so we didn't know it was going to happen when it happened, but we knew it was going to happen. And he's a human, so we can speak the same language. Like we got to talk to him before. Like it doesn't ease the pain, but at least like he knew what was there's a certain thing there where it's like Ollie was fine, and then just wasn't, and had no idea what was happening, and none of us had any idea what was happening. And he was just in our like such a huge part of our day-to-day lives, and then just wasn't. Just that whole thing.
Well, this better be a happy question.
I know, please.
If you knew that in 1 year you would die suddenly, would you change anything about the way you are now living, and why?
I mean, I would just quit my job. Not because I don't like it or appreciate it, but like time is your most valuable asset, and I would spend as little of my time as possible doing anything that anyone else wanted me to do.
Yeah.
And work is great, but the fact that I have to be there on certain hours, I have certain responsibilities, I have to sit through a 2-hour Zoom staff meeting or whatever, like, I love my job, super grateful for it. But if I'm dying in a year, peace.
I think this is an interesting question, because I don't know how I feel about what I'm gonna say and like what that says about me. But like my thing is that for the past 4 years, I have felt like I haven't been able to give myself permission to do what I like not really want to do, but like I feel like I can't. I don't even know how to explain it. It's like I can't do something because I'm doing work and I have to finish this thing. Yeah. And I can't do whatever it is because I need to finish this
the more practical thing.
And like for sure, if I knew I was gonna die a year from now, like it's not that I have any regrets or I'm not doing what I already want to be doing, but like there are a lot of things that I want to do that are just later on in the timeline because I have to finish, my online course. I have to hit 10K a month. I have to business wise, like I'm trying to build a business, and that's like the legacy I want to create, but that's not going to happen in a year. So if I don't have that time, then forget it. Yeah. I'll just make fun vlogs. So there you go.
There we go.
All right.
We got 3 minutes left in this round.
Okay.
This is different. What does friendship mean to you?
Friendship? So what I've learned in my 30s is that like friends are very much like family to me, especially like as I get older. I realize that like my friends have a certain place in my life that really give me fulfillment in like ways that nothing else does. And I really treasure those friendships because it's like the easiest, this sounds selfish, but it's the easiest way to like get out of my head and just get to a place of like total funness. I don't know how else to explain that.
I mean, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah.
What does friendship mean to you? It means like you, for me, it means you have a connection with someone that's very authentic and non-judgmental. And so, neither of you are putting on airs to try to like keep the thing going. It's non-judgmental, like, so if you're free to just be yourself, kind of like you mentioned earlier, but also like sometimes you fall out of touch, sometimes you fall in touch, you don't talk for a while and then you just jump back into it. And there's no need to apologize or anything like. It's just sort of that.
Yeah.
Like like an acceptance.
Yeah. Is it my turn?
It is yours.
What roles do love and affection play in your life? What roles do love and affection?
I don't really know like what that means, but
a major role.
Yeah. Yeah. A major role. It's nice. I mean, like, I don't know. So we've been together for a few years now.
Yes.
And it's not like this morning we woke up and it's literally like, you just sort of reach over, hold hands. I love you. Good morning. And that like is the way that the day starts. And that means a lot to me because it could just literally be like, oh, okay. Did you feed the dogs? The dogs didn't go outside, whatever. I'm so tired. Like it could just jump into the like complaining of the day. But there's you and I think are very good at always prioritizing like love and affection.
Cause like it's so easy for me to just be like, I look over and I'm like, this is the guy I get to spend the rest of my life with. Like, it's the best. Like I know that sounds so like cheesy, but it's so true. I'm like,
and how do I, one, not feel the same, and two, not feel like just infinitely appreciative when that is directed.
I wake up and I'm like, ooh.
So I guess that's our answer then.
Yeah, so that's the joint answer.
22. Alternate sharing something you consider a positive characteristic of your part. Oh, we're out of time. That's good. That question sounded like really stupid and like hard, so I don't want to do that one.
Okay. So let's check in.
5 things you like with each. Here, I'll let you pick the comments this time, and I'll switch this back.
Yeah. All right.
So we have one more section, right?
We have one more section.
Okay. Those are fun though. I like them.
We're gonna get let's see. Where's it? Okay, okay. Ooh, Ron. Crystal ball. I'm really curious to know if I'll ever become a dad.
Interesting.
That's an interesting one.
at the age of 76.
The Magic 8 Balls have always lied to me.
Ask again later.
Dreamed of doing. I've always wanted to go to Disneyland World. Sorry, I'm a simple man with simple pleasures. Why haven't I money, I guess? I have trouble with spending money on non-material things. That's
get
insane.
that.
Ron, you need to like come visit once everything is normal, and we will take you. We will be very happy to see.
It's an easy day trip from here.
Yeah. And I think it would be so much fun if we all went. But
also, I get what you're saying about money on non-material things, but I can think of stuff like every time I spent money on a big trip or something like that, I always remember the trip way more than the money I spent on it.
Dude, our flight got stranded and he had to blow $4,000.
We were either stuck in Europe or had to spend $4,000 to get home. And trust me, yes, bitter about that. But we ended up with this extra amazing day in Geneva, Switzerland. We got this incredible flight home, which was amazing. And
like a double-decker plane.
Those are the things that we remember earlier. And then we also learned not to fly on EasyJet.
Yeah, don't play.
It's not so easy.
Faith T, her dream is I want to visit Japan during Sakura season.
Yes. Yes. Can all go together.
Dreamt of going to space and look back at Earth and wonder how small and amazing humans are too. See, that's a great answer. Yes. I would not want to go to space though. I do not think I will do well in the flight up there.
I'm currently reading the Expanse, like sci-fi novel series, and it's so good and so interesting. It's a lot of like those kinds of moments in there.
Ron, value and friendship. My closest friends are the ones who know exactly what the right funny reference or joke is to use at the right time. Humor wavelength is everything.
Simpsons references are a big part of a lot of my friendships.
Right friends who understand you have every right to feel what you are feeling. Yes. For friendships, I value empathy and compassion. And yes, good communication. Even friends can fight with each other, and it takes a lot of love for each other to work things out and know when to end.
Absolutely.
Let's see. Treasured memory, spending a week with my partner during Christmas time and visiting Glendale Galleria. Have you been there?
No, not for a long time. I think I bought a lava lamp there as a kid.
Let's see. To see if my most terrible memory, including me moving on from someone I loved after being friend zoned. Yes, I'm a hopeless romantic. Oh, I know what that feels like, man. Let's see. Treasured memories almost all involve performing on stage and the exhilaration that comes with it. That's so much fun.
I've never really performed on stage.
Really?
Yeah.
But you perform on the YouTube stage every Thursday, 5:30.
All the world is a stage, and the people are just players or whatever.
To see if here's a great where did it go? Good thing about friendship is you can always make new ones.
Yes.
It's so much harder in your 30s, but it is not impossible.
No, especially with the internet and everything. I remember though kindergarten. Like I remember meeting one of my friends who didn't suck in kindergarten. It was literally like,
how do you remember kindergarten? I couldn't even tell you where I went to kindergarten.
Oh, I remember. My classroom was K2 because it was the second kindergarten classroom. But I remember like one of my friends was literally, we were kind of hanging out, having fun. And then we looked at each other like, do you just want to be friends? And I was like, yeah. And then I just remember we were just like so excited to come back to school the next day and be friends.
Oh, that's adorable. Yeah. Steve wants to come to that Disneyland trip too. Okay, everyone here is invited to. We should totally do this. I'm not even kidding.
A meetup at Disneyland. Tickets are $200 a person or something for Disneyland because it's expensive.
Oh yeah, that's so weird. It's so weird that it's like closed.
It's also been closed for 6 months. But
I had my brother used to work for Disney, and my roommate used to work at Disneyland.
And my school used to, up until right now, used to take an annual student trip to Disneyland.
So for like 5 years, I got to go to Disneyland anytime for free.
Yeah, we haven't paid. I have not paid for Disneyland in a long time.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm bragging.
Anyway, we don't have those
perks at the moment.
Yeah, but we should totally do a meetup. That'd be fun. Okay, let's head on to phase 3.
Sounds very strategic.
See what this is like. Here we go. Wait, hold on. Wait. Okay, set 3, start. Make 3 true we statements each. Okay. For instance, we are both in this room feeling.
Okay.
Make 3. Okay.
We are both iPhone users.
Okay.
We are married to each other. And we are two peas in a pod.
Okay. We are both happy.
Yes.
We are both anxious about
Everything.
what's happening in the world.
Okay.
This is our true statements, okay?
Right.
And we are both very proud of what the other has accomplished.
Very true. Those are good. I can definitely see, because these are like such obvious things, but if it is a stranger, I can totally see like, okay, now we're like, I can see how this works to build.
Yeah, that's true.
Like,
because we're already close. So,
right.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I read this one?
Yes.
Complete this sentence. I wish I had someone with whom I could share.
Like as if I didn't.
Yeah, I don't know. That's what I'm like.
I wish I. Okay.
What do you like that I don't like?
Yeah, let me think about this.
Someone you could eat kimchi.
A dance battle in the
Okay.
club.
Oh yeah, the club. Yeah, that's definitely not me. Simpsons references.
Yeah, I don't get those. If you were going to become a close friend with your partner, please share what would be important for him or her to know. Well, let me tell you.
Well, I'm married, so this is gonna get awkward.
Let's skip this one.
Yeah.
Okay. Tell your partner what you like about them. Be very honest this time. Saying things that you might not say to someone you've just met. Let's
pretend this is like September of 2017. Yeah. Okay.
Tell your partner what you like about them.
I will say, I like it when you're here and I wish you didn't always have to leave. Because that drove me crazy.
Oh, why couldn't you tell me that 3 years ago?
Because it would have been super awkward.
Okay. Tell your partner what you like about them. What do I like about them? I like, this is not something I like about you, but I like spending all my time with you.
Okay, I'll take it.
Okay. Is it my turn?
Yeah.
Share with your partner an embarrassing moment in your life.
Oh, I've got so many of those. Pick a time of life and I'll pick a story.
But see, I can never know what mine are. I never remember what mine are.
Well, I'll answer.
And I always, every time I have an embarrassing moment happen, I'm always like, don't forget this. So when that question comes up, you have an answer. And then I never remember.
I punched a girl at my prom trying to dance. I was trying to dance and I just punched a girl in the nose. And it wasn't out of like spite. It wasn't whatever. It was literally just me trying to dance. Girl got punched in the nose. That was one of the embarrassing things that happened on prom.
Wow.
It was a pretty hard hit too.
Cute.
Nah, it wasn't my date. It was not a girl I knew. Never saw her again. Just apologized a lot. Yeah. And I think I like kind of ran away.
I don't even know. Okay, so this isn't really embarrassing, but for some reason it's the one that's coming to me. I was a kid. I have no idea how old I was, but we were at some public place. I want to, for some reason, Disneyland's coming to me. I don't think it was Disneyland, but I had gum in my mouth and I wanted to throw it away in the trash can. This trash can was right next to a bench. You know where this is going. The trash can had like 2 doors. So like you can throw trash here and throw trash here. And I 100% threw my gum in the trash and it went through the other side and landed on a guy's arm who was just sitting on the bench.
Oh no.
And I was so embarrassed I ran away.
That's exactly what I would have done. There's no other way to play that. You just have to leave.
And I remember, the only thing I remember was him pulling the gum off his arm like, what the hell is this? But I ran away.
I love that story.
Anyway.
I don't think Disneyland has see-through trash cans, so it couldn't have been Disneyland.
Okay, go.
Oh, I did an embarrassing moment. Oh, when did you last cry in front of another person and by yourself?
I don't think I've cried by myself since we've met because you've always been there. So
Even
that's
over
good.
work stuff and things?
Yeah, I don't think
I feel like there's
so.
times you're stressed
I mean, I
out.
almost teared up today because I was so happy.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah. Last time we cried, I don't know, probably for your dad.
Yeah. Oh, I cried like last night because you were talking to me. You looked over on the couch and I was like tears.
I know.
Like,
I was like, what's wrong?
I was trying to hold it in. And I was like, just let me over here. I'll be over here. But then I didn't.
All right.
Tell your partner something that you like about them. Let's just skip that one.
Okay.
Yeah. What, if anything, is too serious to be joked about?
Oh, man. This is such an interesting question 20 years later.
Yeah. As a kid, I would have said nothing. Nothing is off limits. That's what gives comedy its like power, man.
You would have said that as a kid?
Well, as like a teenager.
I didn't even like see. This is where we are completely like, because I don't think about jokes and comedy the way that he does. I don't joke.
Well, I mean, there's stuff like as a kid, you know, like there's a whole series.
Why are you asking me?
Never mind, you go.
I feel like this is a question that like it's very kind of obvious right now.
Yeah.
Right.
Sure.
What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say there's certain things, like there's a whole series of things called dead baby jokes, which are intentionally, what is it? Intentionally like offensive. Like that's the joke, is how terrible and offensive they are. And as a teenager,
I remember these.
I laughed at them a lot. And as a teacher, I have teenage students who love to try and tell them. As soon as I got to the point where like friends started having babies and I started to know and maybe just getting older, 100% like there's nothing funny about those at all, and they just make me really sad. And so I don't know,
there you go,
things like that. Yeah. I guess you asked this.
If you were to die this evening with no opportunity to communicate with anyone, what would you most regret not having told someone, and why haven't you told them yet?
Yikes.
I think I've said my piece, yo.
I'm sure there's people I could tell just how much I love them, like just family and friends, how much I love them, they mean to me. I feel like hopefully they already know that and it's obvious, but I'm sure you can always tell them more. Yeah,
if I were just quickly.
Yeah. Blanket statement.
Yeah. Love all you guys. Okay. You want to do this one?
Oh, sure. Your house containing everything you own catches fire. No. After saving your loved ones and pets, you have time to safely make a final dash to save any one item. What would it be and why? Ooh, I have like 3.
That's hard. Well, one item, yo.
Yeah, I know, but I don't know which one it would be.
Oh,
okay.
One item. Okay, so I have 2 things. I can't pick between them.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, I think I just picked between them.
Okay.
So one of them is our journal.
Yes.
This was not on your list, clearly.
It wasn't, but I forgot.
So Tom and I have a journal that we have tried.
I'm so like intent on digitizing that thing.
Oh, really?
It's my fault?
That we haven't written in it.
Because I'm the only one who's capable of writing over here.
I have said let's block off time.
You have, yes.
Okay, anyway, so we have a journal that we've kept since 2018 that we collectively write about our relationships, about our relationship and our relationships.
Yikes.
But the other thing I was thinking of was my laptop, but I was like, oh, I have so many things on here that are in the cloud.
Yeah, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the journal is a big one because I've been so obsessed with trying to digitize that, which ties into the thing I was thinking of was a hard drive I have saved of.
Oh, hard drives. That's a good one. See, yeah, hard drives.
I have my hard drive of all the old like home movies I digitized last year. It took like 6 months. That would be important. But then I also have a bunch of old family photo albums where there's no other copies of those photos anywhere. I'm like, dang, I really need to like scan those and put those on that hard drive. So So those are the things. I also have my stuffed animal from when I was a kid. That's what I was thinking of a lot.
Where the hell is this stuffed animal?
Goofy is in the closet.
Like Goofy.
Like Disney Goofy. Yeah. He's in those videos that are on the hard drive. Yeah.
Cute.
Yeah.
All right. Is it your turn?
No.
Of all the people in your family, whose death would you find most disturbing and why?
I'm just going to pass.
Okay, we're going to pass this.
I don't want to do that one.
Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it. Also, ask your partner to reflect back to how you seem to be feeling about the problem you've chosen. Share a personal problem and ask your partner's advice on how he or she might handle it. Share a personal problem. Oh my God, Tom knows all my problems.
Yeah, we know each other. I'm trying to think of like, do I have a problem I haven't vocalized to you? But I mean, my personal problem is a big one I can think of is always just feeling guilty for if I'm like in this room without you here, I feel guilty. And I know you've told me a million times I don't have to.
It's such a frustrating problem for me because it's like, why? Like, who is causing this guilt?
Well, it's not that. It's just like, if I'm at work and then I come home or, whatever, I'm working in here all day and then I'm not.
You guys.
And then we could be out, especially if you're out just kind of relaxed. I'm like, oh, we could be spending time together. But no, I'm going to go in here and like do, work on something or play something or do whatever. I feel very guilty about that just because I know that it's time we could be spending together.
Oh, tell you, babe.
The question says you have to tell me something about it.
I'm telling you that you don't need to feel guilty about that.
Well, thank you. Okay. We fix it. No more guilt. Drums all night.
Well, Tom and I have talked about this a lot. And I think it's no secret here. But Tom makes a lot more money than I do. And I feel really bad.
Public teacher salary.
So now you guys know how much I'm making or not. It's been really hard. Especially with COVID, I lost all my clients and I'm working on a lot of stuff, trying to
make fires.
Yeah. Trying to make stuff happen. But I mean, when we're talking about guilt, when this guy is I'm definitely the liability.
You're not a liability.
I'm definitely the weakest link in the chain.
Anyway.
I mean, but see, like, okay, so your problem is that you feel guilty for being in your man cave of toys. And I feel guilty because I don't feel like I'm pulling my weight when it comes to the finances. Which one do you think is more?
Well, let's put it this way. The fact that I can have a quote unquote man cave of toys means that it's okay.
Working on it.
Yeah.
Working on it. All right. Oh, there we go. Yay!
We did it.
We had a minute 40 to spare.
Oh, good. Look at us. Time conscious folks.
You can try this practice with different people you want to develop a deeper connection with, but if your answers start to feel routine, consider making up your own list of questions that become increasingly more personal.
I definitely see how they start off real simple.
Yeah.
That would be fun to do in a situation with people you don't know that well, because you would really learn a lot.
Yeah.
Speaking of learning a lot with a group of people who might not know each other that well, let's check in with the comments.
Let's check in with the comments. You can also check in with the comments, Tom.
Oh, can I?
Yes.
Wait, look at this. Ron said, on the non-judgmental thing in friendships, I disagree. My closest friends are the ones who feel they can tell. Well, that's true. I guess it's not, because I have some very judgy friends too.
Wait, what was the that they're not judgmental?
I think when I meant non-judgmental, it's more like you can just be
yourself.
You. Yeah, they're going to tell you when you're being dumb, but that's also because they care about you.
We are all here because we enjoy Tom and Heather immensely.
That's definitely a good we.
And because we are all here because we are amazing. I love this.
That's all very true.
We are all here because we like this community and are fundamental parts of it. Yes.
Oh, Faith, he said, there's such a thing as toxic positivity, but compliments do not all fit in this category. Toxic positivity for sure is a very real thing.
What is that?
It's huge in the education world right now, where everybody's just where it's like you're trying to maintain such positivity without acknowledging any of the negativity. And then if there's any room
I mean, everyone knows that too much of one thing
Yeah.
is never a good thing.
And if then there's no room for any other discussion or acknowledgement of the other side.
I've never cried in front of anyone. In secret, sometimes I do. You've never cried in front of anyone? That's crazy because I've cried on YouTube for everyone to see.
I know. The first time I ever cried in front of a classroom of teenage students, I
Oh
knew
my
it was
God.
over. And once it happened while my
Now he cries
principal
all
was
the
in the
time.
room, it's just like the end of the year, you're saying goodbye to like students you've had
I
for
know. That's
years,
adorable.
and it just and I've ugly cried in front of them too, where I've
Oh,
just had
yeah.
to stop,
The
and I can't.
hiccups and the whole thing.
It's just whatever.
I would regret not going to a top of a mountain and screaming, I do not want to fit in.
You need to find a mountain and go to the top and
I
just scream.
know.
I wanted to point out that Ron did say I would save the roadcaster. It's just like running out over my head.
Oh, this is cool. I have so many books that were signed to me by writers I love. That's so cool.
See, that's true. I'm so big into the Kindle, but you definitely can't get autographed editions. If they sign the screen, it would ruin everything.
I would ask people those questions, but they don't just want to relax and have quality conversations for hours anymore in today's speedy life.
Yeah, that's tough.
Yeah, but you know what? I think you'd be surprised because, like,
It happens.
like Meetup.
Yeah,
Like
meetups are fun.
I feel like the pretense of Meetup, like meetup.com, was that people wanted to get to know each other. So people were down to do these like icebreaker type of like, let's, go through the activity because this is what we're all here for.
Right. Yeah, those are fun.
Yeah.
That's definitely a good thing.
Oh, here we go. You shouldn't look at your financial contribution to a relationship as being anywhere near as valuable as your emotional contribution and support. Can't put a price on that.
If anything, I would say you are the breadwinner when it comes to that. The emotional breadwinner.
Yeah, but you know what?
It's worth a lot.
So this is a discussion for another day.
Uh-oh.
But like I think that only goes so far. Like I think you can tell me that for so long, and then at some point, fine, it might just be pride, but I have a big problem putting that aside. Like I'm not
gonna argue if you want to make a bunch of money and pay for that's fine. I am not one of those people who's like, my wife can't make more money than me. Please, please, by all means, I'll love it. But that's not like an area of judgment or anything.
Being a guy, people mostly judge us for crying.
It's true, which is one of the things I learned early on as a teacher is being a male role model, especially in our community, or just a male, I don't want to say role model, but as a teacher, you just sort of naturally get thrown into that. That is a thing that's missing a lot. It just sort of turns out. And not only just being a male role model, but being one who's like, I'm not overly masculine, if you didn't know, and like being open and like vulnerable and kind of goofy and those sort of thing is really important for people who are in formative stages of life to see. So as embarrassing as it was when I realized I like tear up in front of students really easily, especially at the end of the year, I also learned that's super important that they see somebody, especially a male figure in that position, like expressing emotion, especially for them.
I freaking love you. I just can't deal with how much I love you.
Yeah.
Emotional contribution is priceless facts.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Priceless
hands
facts.
Down.
Yeah, but it's easy for you to say as the person who's like not, I'm sure if there was the other way around.
No, I understand exactly how trust me, like
it's hard.
There have been plenty of time.
I mean, how could I not feel like,
of course,
I'm not...
that's a very valid feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not negating that at all, but I'm just saying, don't negate I
just try not to let it get in my way. Cause it's a feeling that's never going to go away until it's even, in my opinion.
Sure. Yeah.
But I can't, so what, like I need to fix that then. So I need to work harder.
Right. You're doing everything. I don't know. If it'd be, I can tell you, I would definitely feel different if like you were just napping on the couch all day. It would definitely be a different feeling, but you're not. So I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so there you go. All right, guys. So if you enjoyed that activity, I'm going to link it again in the comments. It's a little, what did you think of it?
I thought it was great. It would be cool to see a revised version, though. I don't know if they would revise it, but maybe something if there'd be different questions in 2020 versus 1997.
Well, you know what we should do? We should totally like do that, like literally have someone on the stream and like do it with a stranger.
Oh, that could be cool.
Yeah. Look, there was something else on here that said like how you can do it with another couple. 2 couples can also try practicing this together. Closeness between couples. Look at that.
Interesting. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that because then Okay, so also the other thing I kind of wanted to live stream is Tom and I got these escape room games in a box, but I don't know if we could with the overhead and shot. I think we could try to do it.
I can hook up to 4 camera angles.
I think we should do one. Maybe we do this weekend.
Sure, that could be super fun.
Okay, so we're gonna do a bonus couples table that's only gonna be video because
it's not promise it's this weekend, but
or at some point.
Yeah. I have a busy weekend.
What are you doing?
I have a conference on Saturday.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
So we're gonna live stream this at some point. Check the Twitter. The Twitter.
They're cool. The games are super fun though.
Yeah, it's so cool. If you like escape rooms, it like has that same escape room feel. I was so excited about it. We played it on Saturday.
Yeah.
And there's a whole series.
It took us like 90 minutes to get through almost 2 hours.
It's so fun. But we got another one in the series. And anyway, I don't know. I just wanted to share that.
Okay. Well, Faithy says I'm down. And also Ron said one of his teachers swore at him and threw a workbook at me on his last day. Different teaching styles, different pedagogical methods.
Yes. All right, guys. Thanks for tuning in. It was so much fun hanging out with you. If you have any suggestions for future topics, let us know in the comments. And with that said,
it's time to clear the table.
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you guys next time.